Im is an individual bearing the highest sovereignty within the world government and the current holder of the empty throne. However, Im's existence is kept a secret within the government and to the rest of the world. The full scope of Im's abilities are unknown, but the fact that they sit on the empty throne, a seat whose occupant would be associated with sole authority of the entire world, and the fact that the 5 elders, who are publicly considered to be the highest authorities of the world government, bow before them and address them with a great honorific, would indicate that Im has the greatest known authority within the world government. Based on One Piece chapter 1060, I have a theory about Im. But before we start this video, please smash that like button. And if you haven't subscribed to this channel, please subscribe and click notification bell, or you will miss future anime videos. Im first introduced in the Reverie arc. As royals gathered at Merry Joys for the Lovely, Im went to a chamber deep within Pangaea Castle and approached a large straw hat while carrying several bounty posters and photographs, including Monkey D. Luffy's, and in chapter 1016 reappeared. In that chapter, Im is seen carrying a map with Lulusia's kingdom crossed out, and at that moment in the skies of Lulusia Kingdom, dark clouds start to gather and lightning is striking left and right. An object is seen falling down from the sky onto the country, and Lulusia Kingdom is destroyed. From this we can conclude that Im is not an ordinary person. His power can't even destroy an island in an instant. Talking about the figure of Im, there is an interesting theory that has developed among fans about the origins and inspiration of Oda regarding the figure of Im. According to the theory, the figure of Im was most likely adapted from the Canaanite sea god. He's Yam. Of all the gods, Yam holds special hostility against Baal-Hadad, son of Dagon. He is a deity of the sea, and his palace is in the abyss associated with the depths of the oceans. Yam is the deity of the primordial chaos and represents the power of the sea. Untamed and raging, he is seen as ruling storms and the disasters they wreak, and was an important divinity to the maritime Phoenicians. In his battle against Baal, Yam is indeed the winner, and this is also in accordance with what is shown in the One Piece story. Im becomes the ruler of the world, and he tries to erase history from the past. He then creates a new world, the world that is shown in his current story. Ichiro Oda is known to always present real figures or mythological creatures to appear in his stories, and this can be one proof. Besides that, from what we saw in chapter 1060, it looks like Im has a devil fruit power related to storms or disasters. This phenomenon often appears in the world of One Piece. When Luffy started sailing, the first thing Luffy found on his way was a whirlpool, which pulled his ship in. But Luffy managed to survive by hiding in a barrel. Then when Luffy entered the Grand Line, he had to deal with unpredictable weather, and many more. The most interesting is the phenomenon that occurs in the Florian Triangle, a very thick fog that covered the entire sea. The fog was thick enough to completely block out the sunlight, and made it impossible to tell if it was day or night. This is similar to what appeared in chapter 1060. In that chapter, it was told that in the sky of Lulusia Kingdom, dark clouds gathered and lightning flashed from the sky. This phenomenon is similar to the illustration Frankie mentioned when he talked about the Florian Triangle. In addition, many people travel through the Florian Triangle. Over 100 ships disappear every year in the Florian Triangle and are often found later without their crews. The cause of this appears to be unidentified entities that dwell within the Florian Triangle. Nothing is known about these entities, except that they are massive and appear to have red eyes. They are large enough to completely dwarf Thriller Bark, an island-sized pirate ship. Despite their size, they are able to conceal themselves within the fog and remain undiscovered. From the silhouette itself is similar to Im. It's just that the silhouettes in Florian's Triangle are bigger than Im's. Perhaps this is the embodiment of Im's true power. He can make a storm or disaster at sea that makes all the pirate ships that sail perished on the way. Talking about triangles, storms, and disasters at sea, the world government has a special line connecting Enies Lobby, Impel Down, and Marineford. Logically, this cannot be a coincidence. Of course, there are people who set the path, and the path is illustrated in the form of a triangle, and the one who set the path was Im with his power. Enies Lobby itself is a testament to the power of Im. Enies Lobby has extremely strange oddities that many islands are not known to have. It is never nighttime on the island, even during large storms, such as the Aqua Laguna. There is still sun shining upon the island. Possibly the strangest thing about Enies Lobby is the large waterfall under the island, leading to nowhere except a huge black void. Although there is water down there, The waterfall is a natural anomaly that does not seem to exist anywhere else. With the exception of a single bridge of land connecting the island to the sea, the island is basically floating above a hole in the ocean. If Im had the power to destroy an island in an instant, why didn't he destroy Wano? Well, to destroy Wano, Im needs a lot of consideration. Destroying Wano is the same as awakening an ancient weapon, and that ancient weapon is Pludon, an ancient weapon that is described as a formidable warship. Even a storm of any magnitude had no effect on this warship. This is the reason why Im doesn't want to destroy Wano, and it's better to take over Wano than destroy it. Apart from Lulusia Kingdom, has Im ever destroyed any other island? Yes, Im once destroyed an island. More precisely, not destroyed but moved part of the island to a place that cannot be reached by people. The island is Jaya Island, which is where the island has an important history. After the Void Century, the island was largely forgotten by the world government. Some of the sailors who would land on the island would be expelled or killed by the natives of Jaya. The island was ruled by the Shandia 400 years ago, who guarded the poneglyphs located in their golden city, until they were launched into the sky. And the person who did the deed was Im with his power, because this event happened after Nolan told Kingen about his expedition. So in conclusion, Im has the power of the sea so that he is seen as the ruler of weather, storms, and disasters, whether it's from a devil fruit or from another power. It was only natural that he could rule the world order, and all the phenomena that occur in the sea, whether it's the red line, rivers, mountain, calm belt, Florian triangle, etc., are manifestations of Im's power. True or not, we'll see in the next chapter.